Fala aí pessoal, bem-vindos novamente a mais um vídeo. Voltamos aqui então com mais um episódio do Mafia 3, né? No último episódio a gente conseguiu aqui concluir o local, né? A gente conseguiu pegar pra nós. A gente matou o maluquinho lá, esqueci até o nome dele. Agora a gente tem que ir lá falar com o Donovan pra gente poder continuar na história. Eu tava jogando um pouco offline, mas foi só mais pra poder pegar os itens eletrônicos, as playboys, os discos e tal. E aí, vamos ver aqui o que a gente tem que falar com o Donovan.
Come on. Problems? This goddamn thing keeps jamming up. If you're ready to see the other briefings, we can get started.
Show me what else you managed to dig up.
You got it. Two of the city's finest scumbags.
Ok. Dois dos maiores sacanas da cidade. Missão da história desbloqueada. A gente é sócio agora ou... Vamos pegar esse aqui. Tanto faz.
Oh, yes. Point for Dunn's favorite son, Thomas Burke.
How's he doing since Danny?
9 weeks ago, Burke stumbles into Roman the Butcher Barbiere's deli, drunk off his ass, waving a gun around. He fires off 10 rounds, but the only thing he manages to hit is a fucking ham hock in the goddamn deli case. The butcher's boys slap the shit out of him and toss him in a dumpster.
Barbieri's the one who took over Point Verdun, right? Busted up Burke's leg with a tire iron.
That's why Burke was willing to go along with the robbery. He thought it'd make things square with Sal, and he'd be able to get Point Verdun back.
He always struck me as an asshole.
Yeah, just like every other Irishman. But he hates Marcano as much as you do.
Yeah, all right. Least I can do is give Danny's old man a chance for a little payback. Oh, fucking hell.
He's been spending his time in a dive bar up in Point Verdun. Duffy's, it's called. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yo, you better be worth all this trouble.
Ok, então agora a gente já tem o nosso alvo, né? Depois a gente aceita isso aqui. Vamos lá, vamos ver. Mexer aqui, ó. Rapaz. Ok, já temos a nossa missão, então bora pra lá. Depois a gente volta, quando a gente finalizar lá, a gente volta ali, fala com o Burke e pega a outra missão ali. Só pra gente não ficar parado por muito tempo na história. Então pessoal, eu tive um probleminha com o gravador que não capturou. Eu gravei por aproximadamente umas 2 horas e meia de jogo, fazendo a missão dos irlandeses. E que foi a partir daqui a gente matou o Cal Beavers, né? A gente começou a trabalhar com os irlandeses para a gente recuperar a área, né? E a gente poupou o Sonny Blue, que era um dos açougueiros, e a gente também conseguiu matar o açougueiro. E agora a gente vai continuar aqui na história, porque essa parte da missão verde aqui, que a gente ia trabalhar com os irlandeses, eu gravei por muito tempo e infelizmente eu não sei o que houve com o meu gravador de tela, que ele não gravou, ele não chegou a capturar a imagem. Então ele gerou o arquivo, mas ele não aconteceu nada. Então a gente vai prosseguir aqui, continuando, né, infelizmente, para fazer essa missão. A gente vai fazer essa missão aqui, seguir em frente. Aí então, para poder compensar, né, as missões que a gente fez desse distrito que não foram salvos, infelizmente, que eu não consegui gravar, eu vou fazer as missões secundárias, que vai ser essa aqui do padre, e tem uma aqui embaixo, aqui para ser bem mais preciso, que é do pessoal da área roxa. Antes da gente prosseguir para essa missão aqui, que é a da história, né? Quanto também para essa missão aqui, que também é da história, tá? Então, vou só fazer a missão do padre aqui. E esse é o nosso carro que a gente criou, o nosso brasileirinho, ó. Pintamos ele de verde e amarelo, show, maneiro. Vamos agora trocar uma ideia com o padre.
I can't believe what I'm reading, what I'm hearing on the radio. What you doing?
You knew how it was gonna go down. I sat right there and told you.
Maybe I'm just realizing there's a difference between hearing about something in the abstract and seeing it splashed across the front page in a newspaper.
You didn't think I'd go through with it.
I don't know. I knew. I knew as soon as you regained consciousness. I could see it. I look at you, I see who you were. A little boy who didn't have much, but who also wasn't angry about it. A little boy who shared, who laughed, who just enjoyed being. I wonder what happened to him.
He finally realized how things work.
Is that so?
How many times was the orphanage vandalized by rednecks? How many times do we have to drive around asking restaurants for their leftovers because we didn't have nothing else to eat?
Did we have to deal with racist assholes? Sure. But whenever they did something, folks come around and help us. White, black, Baptist, Lutheran, you name it. You know how all you boys got new jackets on Christmas? Those came from an old white woman, a Calvinist. She spent the entire year making them. If all you ever look for is evil, it's all you ever gonna see.
I gotta go.
I never wanted this for you, Lincoln. I wanted you to have a good life. This Donovan character, you trust him, and I
Ué,
know
não é uma
he's
missão?
been through a lot, but I don't care for him. His eyes, they are not right.
Ok. Ok, então não é uma missão, era só pra gente trocar uma ideia com o padre mesmo. Vamos ver se liberou a missão aqui embaixo. Não liberou, mas então a gente vai fazer o seguinte, a gente vai enfrentar aqui o maluco, né? Pra gente poder continuar aqui na história. E a gente daí vai pra missão roxinha lá embaixo. Eu só vou ligar o fone aqui, o negócio aqui. A gente chegou aqui então, vamos entrar lá na destilaria. Ué. Tá, mas abre o portão pra nós aí então, né, ô? Oxi, como é que a gente entra ali agora? Será que é por aqui? É nada.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Aí pronto, agora a gente entrou.
Whiskey everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
Agora pronto.
Maybe a drop every now and then.
Might as well pick up some bread while I'm out.
Vamos então enfrentar o cara agora.
I'll not leave thee, thy lone one, to pine on the stem. Since the lonely are sleeping, go sleep there with him.
You already finished with Barbieri?
Barbieri? No. By a long shot. Already told you. They slow.
Cachaça de alambique.
As for you, show up like Lazarus himself. Name thinking of myself. This chalky bastard is either one of the luckiest sons of bitches that's ever lived. The kind of man that invites rotten damn luck. So goddamn sure it was the latter. I have to admit, I was wrong about you.
You can thank me by calling me by my name.
Aye. Lincoln it is, then. It's funny. Things get taken from us. We convince ourselves we have to go out and inflict the pain on someone else. A little mend what's busted up inside of us. But it doesn't. No.
It done.
Spent my entire goddamn life scratching and clawing at anyone that came along. Even if they were there to help. Look where it fucking got me. It's the sense in changing. Only way is forward.
Now that Irish Point is back under your control, I'm gonna need you to bring in as much money as you can. Going after Marcano ain't gonna be cheap.
And I imagine you'll be wanting your cut of the proceeds.
That's right.
Can't say I'm a fan of someone looming over me. But a deal's a deal. I asked Nikki to manage those moonshine runs, but she can't bring them all on her own. That liquor hauls in a fair amount. We'll talk to her. She's around here somewhere if she ain't out quail hunting.
Quail ain't in season.
Oh, for her kind, it's always in season. Yeah. Oh. You'll excuse me. Oh. I have to go to see Mr. Barbieri. He's probably getting a little lonely. Lonely.
E a gente precisa cuidar do outro mano lá, né? Designar ao Burke. Ah não, na verdade a gente já, né? Fale com a Nick. Temos que falar com a Nick. Missão opcional. Completamente fudido. Nick precisa da sua ajuda para restabelecer o esquema de aguardente da família. Ok. Vamos ver se já liberou aquela missão. Não, não liberou. Eu acho que é só durante o dia. Enfim, vamos então fazer a missão com a Nick. Pra Nick aqui. O que é isso aqui que está marcado no mapa? É tudo coisa médica, né? Eu já tenho já. O portão agora tá aberto. Essa bagaça antes estava fechado. Opa. Não, essa arma é horrível. Vamos lá falar com a Nick. Lá em cima. Vamos ver o que ele quer.
Thanks for earlier.
My old man used to be whip smart. If anyone tried to pull some shit on him, he saw it coming a mile away. Now, fuck. Now he barely knows the goddamn day of the week.
Said you could use some help.
Some of our boys are down in the bayou. If you could get the shine from them and bring it back, it'd make my life a lot easier.
Bayou ain't exactly my favorite place in the world.
Come on now, the redneck assholes that live down there just love it when black folks drop by for a visit. Ain't been time for small talk, but where you at with all this?
All I really
Caramba,
want is for everything to go back
a
to
bala
where it
nele fez
was.
baita de estrago, né?
For Vietnam, for that night, back when everything felt,
Normal?
at least our version of it anyway.
We are the righteously fucked. Danny. Was he in any pain? Did he suffer?
Don't. Ain't nothing good coming from that.
Who says I need good to come from it?
Georgie shot him in the head. Looked like he went pretty quick. God damn.
I hate this fucking town.
I better go.
Yeah. Okay. Lincoln. Just because Bobby Everett's dead doesn't necessarily mean this neighborhood is firmly in our control. If he's still got any men hanging around, you should think about clearing them out.
Ok. Vamos então lá pegar o...
Not sure the devil himself would have been a worse father than my
Como é
own,
que sai daqui?
but I
Aqui.
couldn't leave him. How fucked up is that?
Tá bom, fica falando sozinho aí, senhora. Até depois.
Not done. And I'm still bummed.
Onde que eu tenho que ir? Tá bom, o jogo não mostra onde a gente tem que ir. A gente tem que ir no pântano, né? Foi falado. Aqui, ó. Ah, é aqui, ó. Aqui que tá a missão roxinha. Ah, e tá pertinho. Então a gente vai fazer o seguinte. A gente vai lá pra roubar a caminhonete. Pra gente poder sair fora daqui. Chegamos aqui então, vamos roubar a caminhonete. Vou pegar umas balas aqui. Que a gente tá. Opa! A gente tá sem bala. Você tá atrás dessa madeira aí, ó. Pronto. Tem mais cara aqui. Não, não tem mais ninguém não. Vambora. Pegar a carretinha. Vambora. Deixando os carrinhos aqui. Bom que a gente passa com cachaça do lado da polícia e não acontece nada. Porque nessa época é ilegal, né? Pronto, entrega completa. Ok. Traficando, você completou as entregas de tráfico para seu subchefe. Continue indo atrás do Marcano e dos seus esquemas. Opcionalmente, você pode continuar a operação de tráfico para aumentar a renda e esquemas. Ok. Contrabando. Ajudar os seus subchefes a expandir os esquemas deles com entregas de tráfico faz com que eles sejam mais leais a você. Permite que eles desenvolvam a própria rede de sócios e aumenta o potencial de pagamento. Ok. Então agora a gente vai lá pro outro, né? Que ele tava aqui do ladinho, agora ele já não tá mais. Ah, ele tá aqui ainda, ó. A gente vai pra cá. Bater a doca do contrabando, é isso aí. Daí a gente volta pra fazer a missão lá. A gente chegou aqui então. Opa. Aí. A gente chegou aqui, vamos ver qual que é a da missão. Entre no barco. Acho que a gente tem que fazer uma entrega pro... Ufa, a gente quase morreu. Qual dos dois barcos? Qualquer um? Não, não é esse que é o outro. Ah, é o que tá carregado. Pilote até o local da entrega. Será que a gente vai fazer várias entregas?
Closing in on your location. Stay sharp. Heads up. Drops coming down.
Volte para o barco. Ué, não entendi. Tá, mas como é que... Ah, tá, o que pega?
Smoke's in the bayou. Snatch that shit.
Tá. Esse aqui é um pouco chatinho, essa missão aqui.
That's all she wrote. Take care now. Over now.
Entrega erva ao esquema da Cassandra. Ok. Tá, a gente tem que... Aqui. Tá, então dá pra ir pela beirada aqui. A gente vê o que acontece. Eu acho que a gente só vai aumentar o lucro mesmo e é isso. Nossa, ainda tem que ir lá entregar. É, essas missões não é tão legal assim, porque demora muito. Então a gente vai entregar lá. A gente vê o que a gente vai fazer daí. Tá. Ok, então a gente entregou Tá tudo certo, fale com o Emanuel. Volte até o Emanuel. Cadê o Emanuel? Ah, ele tá ali. Vamos lá falar com ele pra gente ver o que vai acontecer. Opa. Aí.
Ah, hey there, Fue. How is life running with her?
I got it covered.
Good. Because I'm getting word those Dixie bosons are starting to interfere with our drops.
They can try all
Tá.
they like. Still won't change the outcome. Getting in touch with your artistic side.
My wife used to draw on anything she could get her hands on. Half the time she didn't even realize what she was doing. And yet every stroke was perfection.
She's still back in Haiti?
Yes. It is where she is buried.
Yes, we've all had our share of losses.
Our losses, Frey, are nowhere near the same.
I'm just trying to turn the page, set things right with you.
And you think comparing the deaths of our loved ones will do that? Papa Doc had my wife tortured trying to locate me. He had the tonton Macoud bludgeon my children to death in order to save bullets. When I last saw my wife, her eyes had ruptured from the electroshock. My little boy, his face was caved in. And my little girl, she had been hit so hard she was decapitated.
Caramba.
They were faultless. So you and me, Fue, we are nothing in common. Makano is an evil man. In that there is no question. But just because an evil man kills, it does not mean his victims are innocent.
Innocence ain't a thing that exists around folks like us. At least not for long. Hell, I'm not even sure I know what it looks like anymore.
I used to. Once. But the bloodier I get, the quicker that picture fades. But that's not important right now. Important thing is getting our weed back from the Dixie Mafia.
Ok.
A large shipment of marijuana is at this dock. Get it and bring it back. Not worth as much money, but we can
Tá.
sell
É a
everything
missão
we bring
secundária
back.
dele e a gente viu que não vale tanto a pena porque isso demora demais. Vamos só pegar umas balas aqui rapidão. Ah, não tem a arma que eu não quero lá não. Vamos ver. Completamente fodido de novo. A Nick deve estar precisando de bomba pra chorar. Ah, é as missões secundárias deles, né? Eles não vão parar. Ou não, ainda tem uma missão dela aqui. Enfim, a gente vai fazer essa missão aqui pra gente conseguir continuar na história, porque senão a gente vai ficar parado muito tempo e a gente não vai conseguir fazer basicamente nada. Vamos então pegar o carro aqui. Tem esse carro aqui maneiro, mas eu gostei. Deixa eu ver esse aqui. Não, eu gostei mais desse aqui mesmo. Vamos pegar o dossiê do Vito. Será que a gente vai matar o Vito Scaleta, mano? O protagonista do 2? Não sei, vamos ver. Vou pegar o dossiê do
Who we shooting?
Didn't you
Vito.
hear? We're about to find ourselves in the middle of a race war.
I've seen you shoot. I think I'll be alright.
Hey, with this fucking rifle, I'm Wild Bill Hickok. So, how's the Padre handling all this? You know, the bloody path of mayhem and revenge you've embarked upon?
Still not happy about it. Thinks you're most likely the devil.
You know, I had a look at his service record. Oh, settle down. I was just curious. He was a medic, but he saw action at Klimbaugh with the 614th. He was credited with taking out 2 Kraut tanks on top of the 16 men he shot. A lot of killing for a would-be priest.
That was different. It was during a war.
And this isn't? Look, I'm just saying, we didn't win that war by worrying about hurting someone's feelings. We won it by bombing the Krauts and Nips back to the Stone Age. Padre'd be wise to remember that.
Yeah, maybe. I'll catch you later.
Tá.
You're not still sore about me looking into the Padre, are you?
Agora...
Don't tell me you weren't at least a little curious. I guess you were able to keep Burke sober long enough to get him on our side? I assume Burke gets how this little arrangement works now that he's got Point Verdun back? I know this is personal for you, but you want to kill Sal and that dipshit son of his, you're gonna need to keep your head. Still in the process of setting up here. Goddamn Phoebes already had half this town wired to hell.
Ok, falou tudo que tinha pra falar. O esquema dele tá bem grandão, né, ó. Então agora a gente pega o Vito.
The man himself, Mr. Vito Scaleta.
You gotta be shitting me.
Last couple months have been pretty tough on old Vito. Sal's always hated him. Thought he was a mole for the commission, but he couldn't do anything about it because Vito's made. After the heist, Sal refused to pay Vito his cut, and then he put the clamps on him. He's been trying to limit Vito's ability to pay what's owed.
And if Scaleta can't kick up, the commissioner give Marcano permission to whack him.
The only reason that Vito is still above ground is because he has a couple off-the-record businesses. He's been using that money to pay Sal.
Gotta give Scaleta credit. Pretty goddamn tenacious.
He's lasted a lot longer than I thought he would, but the clock is ticking. A couple weeks ago, Sal sent in his nephew, a kid named Michael Greco, to help Vito run River Row. Greco's been using his guys to limit what Vito can do, where he can go. Once he has Vito completely boxed in, he'll make his move.
Scaleta has to know what Greco has planned. I'll pay him a visit. See if I can't leverage this thing with Greco to bring Scaleta around to my way of thinking.
I'm sure I'll appreciate your concern.
Agora então a gente vai até o Vito. Você tem alguma coisa para falar? Não, né? Então vamos embora. Então a gente vai então até o Vito Scaleta. Estou na dúvida se a gente vai matar. A gente chegou aqui então para falar com o Vito. Que isso? Não fui eu que fiz isso.
Any word about how it's going in there?
How you think? Vito's taking his beating. Wish Greco would just let us kill the poor sumbitch and get it over with.
Nah, Greco wants to show how tough he is. Beat on old Vito till we all respect him.
If only all it took was beating up on a washed-up carpetbagger.
O morro queimado eu suas pragas. Por que o cara não morreu queimado? Ah, ele não toma tiro no pé. Podia tomar, né? Que head glitch do caramba. Vou pegar um remedinho aqui. Vamos ver.
You can have it when I'm done. You can have it when I'm done. You fucking with the wrong crew.
Eita, é agora que a gente morre. Toma um tiro no cotovelo então. Vamos salvar o Vito agora. Será que a gente poupa a vida do Vito, mano? Vamos ver. Nossa, coitado do Vito.
Just in time, Vito.
Lincoln. How's this possible? I thought you were dead.
Bullet was deflected by my skull. Came out the back.
Talk about some goddamn luck.
Worst place to shoot a fella's in the forehead. Skull's harder than you think. Come on. We need to have a talk.
When I heard about what happened, I went to Marcano, asked for my cut right then and there. Figured if he fucked you and Sammy, I'd be next.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't go for it.
Said he wanted to wait for the heat to die down. Didn't want me running around, buying expensive shit, getting noticed. Like I'm some fucking amateur, never sat on a big score before. The money I fronted for the robbery was pretty much everything I put away. Didn't have enough to run, so I stayed. Commission wouldn't let him just kill me, so I figure I'd make that cocksucker jump through every hoop. Make him prove I deserve to get whacked. It wasn't much, but it was something.
Heard he brought in his nephew to push you out.
A kid named Michael Greco. Nephew by marriage, not blood.
Sure didn't number in here.
Yeah. They were looking to see what other rackets I was running. Like I'd leave a fucking paper trail in my office. Don't bother with that shit. Look, appreciate you getting me out of the freezer and all, but, what are you doing here?
Marcano deserves to pay for what he did, so I'm going after him. Him, his brothers, his lieutenants, all of them. I'm gonna need your help.
Look, pretty much whittle me down to nothing. I mean, this is it.
For now, maybe. Once I take back River Road from Greco, money will start coming in, it'll be a different story.
Well, so we're partners now.
As long as you do what I say and give me what I want when I want it.
So goodbye, Marcano, hello, Lincoln Clay.
It's either that or more of this. And next time I won't be around to fish your ass out the freezer.
Ok. Ah, então a gente é parça agora.
Nobody kills that scumbag with me. You bring me Greco. I'm in.
Tell me about his rackets.
He took over the dock union and he's got a warehouse. He has a lot of valuable shit in there. You take both of them out, Greco's finished. A couple of my guys been keeping tabs on him. You should talk to them. They'll fill you in.
All right.
Tá. Então tá. Tá, tem que entrar aqui porque tem uma bagaça aqui, né? Tem um quadro. E não é aqui, é na sala dele. Será que a gente...
Hey, Lincoln. I'm still trying to get this place back in order. Any idea what kind of medieval bullshit Burke's got planned for the butcher? No, wait. Never mind. I probably don't want to know. You should think about trusting me with a little more territory. Whatever you're doing out there, don't forget. Sal's the one we're out to fuck. It's funny, before I moved here, I fucking hated fish. Crabs, shrimp, crawfish heads, I eat all that shit now.
Tá. Já falou muita coisa, agora não tem mais nada pra falar. Vamos ver qual que é a missão aqui. Ué.
Perfect timing. I was just about to have lunch. How'd it go?
Fast cars and shine. What's not to like?
Word coming down is that some motherfuckers might try to hit you. So watch your ass.
Yes, ma'am.
Guess who I saw coming out of the market yesterday? Denny McGill.
No shit, Denny McGill? I haven't heard that name in years.
Fucker's married. 4 kids. Oldest Rachel is 6.
Damn. Can you imagine having 4 kids right now?
Not without there being some kind of ransom involved. Every time I run into folks like him, they start asking me when I'm settling down, when I'm gonna have a family. It always makes me feel like I don't belong. Like there's something wrong with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hell, look at me. Never knew my parents, don't know a damn thing about who I am or where I came from. That hadn't stopped the world from deciding for me. Keeps finding people who don't give a fuck about any of that. Like when you and me are kicking back, shooting the shit. We just cool.
Well, I'm cool. You, on the other hand, a pretty big fucking dork.
A dork? What are you, 12?
Well, shit, those are the days. I could get shit-faced at night and still ace a math test the next day. Listen, Lincoln, never mind. It can wait.
Don't worry about what Denny McGill thinks. Fuck him.
Yeah. Fuck him. Be careful out there.
Ok.
Danny fancied himself a race car driver, and he was
Completamente
damn
perdido,
good
ok.
at it too. But he...
Qual o objetivo que a gente tem agora? Seguinte, como não está aparecendo aqui, eu vou encerrar o vídeo, a gente vai ficando então por aqui. Porque daí eu vou ter que fazer... Eu vou ter que pegar todos os itenzinhos em azul e vou ter que pegar todas as caixas de passagem para a gente poder concluir esse processo aqui da parte do Vito, porque eu acredito que esteja bugado, porque não está aparecendo igual apareceu tanto no roxo quanto no verde, tá? Então é isso, a gente vai então ficando por aqui, até um próximo vídeo, é isso, valeu, falou!